has already given him relief, changing his life sentence to just 10 years in prison instead. After a delay of 2 years, the US has finally delivered the first set of engines for the homegrown Tejas light combat aircrafts. US Congressman Mike Waltz was admitted to leaking a classified US military plan for Yemen, an embarrassing ordeal for which he also had to apologize. We have this and a lot more that's packed into tonight's show. Let's get started with what's trending today. Match number 6 of the Indian Premier League that will take place between Kolkata and Rajasthan, with both teams looking to clinch their maiden win this season after facing losses in their opener games. It's surely set to be a nail-biting showdown for spectators at the Barsapara Stadium. In the history of IPL, Kolkata has faced the Rajasthan sides 28 times. Rajasthan has won 12 times, while Kolkata has won 14 such clashes and 2 games ended in a tie. Ardent IPL fans would also have their eyes on Rajasthan's opening batsman Yashasvi Jaiswal. Ahead of the match, my colleague Ankit Banerjee, who spoke with the Rising Stars coach Jwala Singh. Listen in.
It's Wednesday, and whom do we have? It's the battle of the East and the West when Kolkata take on Rajasthan. What a game it's going to be, and the venue is going to be the Barsapara Stadium in Guwahati. Hello and welcome to Republic World. I'm Ankit Banerjee, and in this segment I'm joined by none other than Yashasvi Jaiswal's childhood coach, Jwala Singh. Welcome, Jwala.
Thank you so much for calling here. Thank you.
So Jwala, let's get started. This match is going to be a cracker because both teams are going to eye their first win. Both the teams have lost their first matches, so it's an opportunity for one of the teams to get their first win of the season, right? Whom do you think that team is going to be? Which team looks stronger? Is it going to be Kolkata or is it going to be Rajasthan? Jwala.
Definitely, I think this is an opportunity for both of the teams to start their win in this season IPL 18. And I believe because this match is at Guwahati, Assam, so I believe RR should win this game.
I want to find out, Yashasvi Jaiswal has not cemented his place in the T20 side. So that is something he can look forward to and, improve his stats in this IPL and, make a better case for himself in front of the selectors. How do you look at Yashasvi Jaiswal's matchup with Sunil Narine today evening?
Well, your first question is about T20 Indian cricket selection. So basically, he was rested in last 2-3 series. It was called rested because he played well in all the opportunities what he achieved in T20 cricket. So I think he has his own place there. But yes, of course, if IPL is there, every spot is open because selectors will be looking a new bunch after the IPL. Those will perform. They will get another opportunity. I think Yashasvi is already proven himself in IPL. Many occasions have been run scorer many occasions. And yes, I think today also, because he has got a second match. Last match he could not do much, so I'm sure this match he will definitely do well for his team. And I think the RR and Yashasvi himself both will bounce back.
KKR, they have got a couple of mystery spinners in Varun Chakravarti, Sunil Narine. Of course, both the mystery spinners did not fare really well in the first game. But again, this is a different day, a different game altogether. What should be Yashasvi Jaiswal's, tactic against these two mystery spinners? That is what I want to understand. Should Yashasvi Jaiswal plant his leg out and look to sweep? Or look to rock back and cut? What should be his...
I think people have very short memory. This is the team Kolkata Knight Riders where he scored fastest half century a couple of years back, if you remember, at Eden Garden. So I think playing any kind of bowler, I don't think it's matter to him. It's just about getting the rhythm and playing as per the situation and getting a good momentum, because cricket is the game of momentum. If you get the momentum right with you, you can play any of the bowler and can really dominate them as well. No matters it's Sunil Narine or Varun Chakravarti. It's just about momentum, looking the ball well and having the positive intent and just keep going. That's it.
Thank you for joining us in this session on Republic World. Thank you, Jwala.
Thank you.
And And well, the pitch at Barsapara Cricket Stadium remains true to its nature, offering natural bounce and carry. This means, unlike some of the other IPL stadiums, the pitch does not deteriorate that much. However, the surface in Guwahati, based on stats, supports the batsman, as the flat decks and quick outfield make up for a high-scoring venue. The toss that was won, and we have with us Ankit Banerjee to share the latest insights on the same. Ankit, a word from you on the pitch and how the match proceeds.
So yes, what a game we have today where Kolkata take on Rajasthan at the Barsapara Stadium. Kolkata won the toss and of course they opted to field first. Why did they opt to field first? Because of course they know for a fact that there is going to be dew. Dew is going to play a massive part in this game, and that is the only reason why Kolkata opted to bowl first. So when they come out to bat, things are going to get easier for their batters. And as we can see, Yashasvi Jaiswal and Samson have come out to open the batting for Rajasthan. On the other hand, the big news coming in from the KKR camp is the fact that Sunil Narine, their premier batter and bowler, is missing this game. Apparently, he is unwell, and that is why he's out of this game. And in place of him, we have Moeen Ali, who is going to play his first game of the season for KKR. What a match it promises to be from the Barsapara Stadium. Over to you.
You do stay on. Now, let's also tell our viewers how, with both squads reeling from losses and looking to really pace it up, we'd also like to understand from you how this actually proceeds further. Okay, not too sure if Ankit is with me right now, but like I said, with both squads reeling from losses and looking to sass it up in what's expected to be an epic clash between formidable sides, it surely will be interesting to see key players from Rajasthan stand in skipper Riyan Parag and Tushar Deshpande perform. Meanwhile, eyes of spectators will be on the likes of Sunil Narine and Ajinkya Rahane, who are looking to knock off 56 runs against RCB in their opener game of IPL 2025. Joining us from the sports desk to take us through the highlights and the players that we are looking out for in today's match, Himanshu.
Sunil Narine is not playing, bhai.
All right, Himanshu, I apologize that audio line is not very clear, but we'll try and come back to both you and Ankit at a later point. Certainly fans watching the match very eagerly today to see who will really pace up. Now, moving on, as the Bihar School Examination Board that has announced the Class 12th results for 2025, and Roshni Kumari, who is the daughter of an auto rickshaw driver, has secured the top position in the commerce stream. She scored 95% marks, showcasing an inspiring journey of perseverance and dedication. Roshni Kumari with her parents joining me on the show tonight. Roshni, I want to congratulate you for this result. It has certainly not been easy, even for those who get the best of the resources. Scoring a 95% in कॉमर्स स्ट्रीम बताइए किस तरह से आपने मेहनत की इतना अच्छा रिजल्ट आप लेकर आए.
First of all, thank you so much for inviting me in this interview.
You're most welcome, रोशनी, and many congratulations again. आप हमारे
Thank you so much,
viewers
so
से
much,
बात
ma'am.
कीजिए. आपको इतना अच्छा रिजल्ट मिला है, कितनी मेहनत की, आपके पेरेंट्स का कितना सपोर्ट था इसमें?
सबका सपोर्ट बहुत रहा है मैम. पेरेंट्स का तो बहुत ज्यादा ही सपोर्ट रहता है. सबके पेरेंट्स का सपोर्ट हमेशा ही ज्यादा रहता है. पेरेंट्स का सपोर्ट ना रहे तो बच्चा कोई भी चीज अचीवमेंट नहीं कर सकता है. साथ ही साथ टीचर्स का भी सपोर्ट हमें बहुत रहा है.
आप कितने घंटे पढ़ाई करती थी और हालात आसान नहीं थे, उस सब के बावजूद आपने इन सभी मुश्किलों से लड़ाई की और आप इस पोजीशन तक पहुंची?
जी मैम, वैसे हम बता दें तो हम मिनिमम कम से कम 10 घंटे पढ़ाई करते थे और ज्यादा ही खराब थे, जैसे कि हम सबको बताए हुए हैं.
जी जी बोलिए, सुनाई दे रही है आपकी आवाज.
और साथ ही साथ हम बहुत संघर्ष करके इतना आगे बढ़े हैं और आगे बढ़ना चाहते हैं, आगे भी जाना चाहते हैं. बहुत सारे सपने सजाए हैं, अब उन सपनों को पूरा करना चाहते हैं.
रोशनी, कभी दूसरे बच्चों को देखकर लगता था कि काश मेरे पास भी ज्यादा हो, मेरे पास होता तो मैं और करती? आप तो ऑफ कोर्स बहुत बढ़ के आगे आई हैं, सभी बच्चों को आपने पीछे पछाड़ दिया, पर कभी ऐसी फीलिंग आती थी?
वैसे मैम, बच्चे तो हम भी है, हमें भी बहुत कुछ शौक रहता था, बट अपने शौक को मतलब खत्म कर देते थे. बोलते थे नहीं, मेरे पास इतना ज्यादा कैपेसिटी नहीं है, मेरे फादर इतना ज्यादा कैपेबल नहीं है कोई भी चीज के लिए. तो हम अपना जितना भी डिमांड रहता था उनको कुछ बोलते नहीं थे. उनको कोई भी चीज ऐसा नहीं कहते थे कि नहीं हमें वो चीज चाहिए ही चाहिए. तो बाकी सब बच्चे को देखते थे तो थोड़ा बहुत हमें भी मन मतलब इच्छा जाती थी, बट फिर बाद में जब घर वापस आते थे अपने फैमिली के सिचुएशन के देखते थे, उसके बाद बोलते थे नहीं, हमें जो मिल रहा है उसी में हमें खुश रहना है.
कभी कोई ऐसा मौका था जब आपको लगा कि मैं इन सबको दिखाऊंगी कि मेरे पिता ने मेरा बहुत साथ दिया है और मैं इन सबसे आगे बढ़ के जाऊंगी?
जी, हमें हमेशा लगता था, हम सोचते थे कि मेरे फादर जिस पोजीशन पे है उनको एक दिन हम बहुत आगे ले जाएंगे और उनको बहुत आगे सक्सेस, मतलब हम इतना ज्यादा सक्सेस करेंगे कि उन्हें एक दिन पूरे बिहार जाने का और पूरा भारत जाने का कि उनकी बेटी जिनका नाम रोशनी है वो इतना ज्यादा नाम किया और उनका नाम रोशन की है.
क्या बात है रोशनी. और जब आपका रिजल्ट आया, मम्मी पापा का क्या रिएक्शन था?
जब मेरा रिजल्ट आया उस टाइम हम कोचिंग में थे, हम लोग अपना जश्न मना रहे थे रिजल्ट का. हम लोग को ये नहीं पता था कि कौन क्या किया है, बस अपना नंबर हम लोग को मिला था कि हाँ तुम्हारा इतना नंबर आया है, इसी में हम लोग खुश थे. तो जब मेरी मम्मी हमें कॉल की, फोन से सर को कॉल की, तो बोली क्या कि बेटा तुम जल्दी घर आ जाओ, सारे मीडिया वाले अंकल लोग घर आए हुए हैं, तुम जल्दी घर आ जाओ. तो हम सर के साथ घर आए तो देखे बहुत सारे मीडिया वाले अंकल लोग थे. उन्हें देख के हमें बहुत अच्छा लगा, सबको देख के अच्छा लगा कि आज मेरे घर इतने सारे लोग आए हैं, हमसे मिलने आए हैं.
और जल्दी से बताइए आगे का क्या प्लान है?
आगे का फिलहाल तो हम 2 स्कोप बताए हैं, सीएस और सीए. कैपेसिटी के हिसाब से अगर हम अपना बताए तो खुद का एफर्ट लगा के तो हम सीएस करेंगे. उसके लिए हम पढ़ाई स्टार्ट भी 1 महीना बच गया था मेरा रिजल्ट आने में, तो इसके लिए हम सीएस डब्ल्यूटी का पढ़ाई स्टार्ट भी कर दिए थे यूनिक एकेडमी से रिव्यू क्लास लेके, क्योंकि वो फ्री लेक्चर्स देता है सीएस डब्ल्यूटी में. और उसके बाद होता है कि ऑनलाइन करना पड़ता है लाइव, तो इसके लिए हम पढ़ाई शुरू से ही करना स्टार्ट कर दिए थे सीएसडब्ल्यूटी का. और अगर सपोर्ट मिले, सबका सहारा मिले तो हम सीए करना चाहेंगे. सब कोई चाहता है हमें बहुत ज्यादा ही बड़ा अचीवमेंट हासिल हो, तो हम भी चाहेंगे कि हमें भी.
वेरी नाइस रोशनी, विशिंग यू ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट एंड थैंक यू फॉर टॉकिंग टू रिपब्लिक. And moving on to the hot trends in a zippy wheel. Rehearsal exercises for an air show that turned into chaos and horror when 2 Alpha jets belonging to the French Air Force's aerobatic display team collided mid-air, a shocking video of the incident that took place in East France that went viral. Russian President Vladimir Putin, who's given a unique gift to his US counterpart Donald Trump, a custom-made portrait of himself. The move comes as US-Russia relations continue to evolve under Trump's return to the White House. President Trump signed a pardon for Devon Archer, who testified before Congress about his business dealings with the former President Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden. Archer, who was convicted in 2018 for his connection to a scheme to fraudulently issue more than $60 million of tribal bonds to the business arm of South Dakota-based Native American tribe.
Who asked me to do this, I think he was treated very unfairly. And I looked at the records, studied the records, and he was a victim of a crime, as far as I'm concerned. So we're going to undo that.
Democrat Jared Moskowitz used 3 emojis, first an American flag and a ball of fire, to clown Republicans after the news that senior Trump officials used the third-party messaging app Signal to exchange war plans came to light. India is open to cutting tariffs on more than half of US imports worth $23 billion in the first phase of a trade deal that's being negotiated between both the nations. The aim is to fend off reciprocal tariffs. President Donald Trump's reciprocal worldwide tariffs that are set to be effective from the 2nd of April is a threat that has disrupted markets and sent policymakers scrambling even among Western allies. Footage posted on Chinese social media site Weibo shows an avalanche crashing down a mountain in southwest China. Reportedly, that avalanche took place in an underdeveloped part of Meli Snow Mountain. Vice President J.D. Vance will visit a U.S. military facility in Greenland on Friday, putting more pressure on the autonomous Danish region that Donald Trump wishes to take over. This comes after Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen labeled the U.S. Second Lady's visit as unacceptable, pressure on both the region and Denmark increasing. US President Donald Trump has signed an executive order mandating citizen ID for voting, citing India's election model. He praised India's voter ID system linked to Aadhaar and stressed the need to curb voter fraud in the United States. Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta's convoy made an emergency stop on the Haidarpur flyover this morning as half a dozen stray cattle blocked the road. Seeing the stray cows, she got out of her car and asked the officials to find a shelter for the animals. India has developed its first indigenous MRI machine, which will be installed at AIIMS Delhi by October 2025. For trials, the move aims to reduce treatment costs and reliance on imported medical services. Supreme Court stayed Allahabad High Court's controversial order stating that moving on to our next trending story, senior advocate Siddharth Agarwal, Menaka Guruswamy, Arundhati Kattu and advocate Tara Narula, who were at Justice Yashasvi Verma's residence. Sources say that he is seeking an opinion, a legal opinion, before his disposition before the in-house panel of the Supreme Court. In fact, just a short while ago, they had left. And my colleague Gopi, who's been outside Justice Yashasvi Verma's residence, continues to get us the latest details from what has been happening. In the morning, we saw top cops who were outside Justice Verma's residence. In fact, security that has been heightened. And the in-house probe that is been ordered by the Supreme Court, where the 3 justices are looking into the matter. But for the moment, Gopi, I want to come to you to get a sense of how Justice Yashasvi Verma is now seeking legal opinion.
Well, yes, just a short while back, we saw that 4 senior advocates were here, and in fact, he did speak to all 4 of them. The meeting went on till over 1.5 hours inside his residence. While all eyes are at tomorrow's meeting of Bar Association presidents at the Supreme Court, they've sought permission to meet the CJI. We will have to wait and watch what happens tomorrow, as Bar Association presidents are also going to meet the media once they are done meeting the Chief Justice of India, if they are, provided they get the permission, but they are definitely going to meet the PS of CJI. So yes, let's see what pans out tomorrow. Back to you, Suyesha.
All right, Gopi, many thanks for getting us these latest details. And moving on to our next trending story, after a delay of 2 years, US aerospace giant GE Aviation that has delivered the first set of engines to Hindustan Aeronautics Limited for the homegrown Tejas light combat aircraft Mk1A program. The delays have in turn affected the deliveries of 83 Tejas Mk1A jets. The arrival of the long-awaited engines, part of $716 million contract signed in 2021, marks a significant milestone for India. And to delve into this further, we have Pranav from the business desk to take us through the details.
Rightly, in fact, said the Kaveri engine, I mean, we need to look at why the delivery of this engine is important. It's because the LCA Tejas, which is the indigenous, fighter jet, has been dependent on indigenous engine, which was the Kaveri. Now, that was delayed, and in 2004, the GE engine, a contract was signed with GE Engines. The first lot of 66 engines was supplied to the Indian Air Force, that is the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, and after that, the plant was closed. Now, in 2021, when HAL again placed an order, the plant had to be reopened, as a result of which there has been a delay. So, the importance of the delivery of these engines is that the Air Force needs at least 35 to 40 aircraft every day if it has to cope up with adversaries such as Pakistan and China. So, in that sense, the delivery of engines is extremely important for Indian Air Force.
All right, Pranav, many thanks for getting us those details. And time now for the other trending stories that have been buzzing your feed in Fast Takes next. 1,550 light years away in our galaxy, there's a magical light show going on. This region is a cluster of clusters containing at least 3 clusters of young stars, including many hot, massive luminous stars. These hot, young stars that emit radiation which energizes the cooler gas in the cloud that surrounds them. At least 16 people died, 19 others were injured as wildfires that ravaged South Korea's southern regions amid dry weather and strong winds. Over 5,500 people who were forced to evacuate from their homes in Andong, the neighboring countries of Yusong and Sancheong, and the city of Ulsan, where the fires were the largest. The wildfires have burnt more than 43,000 acres of land and destroyed hundreds of structures, including a 1,300-year-old Buddhist temple. The White House has informed that Russia and Ukraine agreed to ensure safe navigation, eliminate the use of force, and prevent the use of commercial vessels for military purposes in the Black Sea. The talks between the two sides were held in Saudi Arabia. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, that is the FBI, informed that it has launched a task force to probe attacks on billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk, who founded Tesla, in recent weeks. The formation of the task force by FBI comes hours after a bomb squad found incendiary devices in one of the Tesla showrooms in Austin, in Texas, where the company has its headquarters. Now, according to reports, there have been at least 80 cases of violence and arson against Tesla vehicles in the US and Canada, other than the peaceful protests outside Tesla showrooms. Calling the act as domestic terrorism, FBI Director Kash Patel emphasized that those responsible will be brought to justice. Melania Trump's custom wedding gown designed by John Galliano for Christian Dior is reportedly up for auction at a fraction of its original price. The dress, which the First Lady wore to marry Donald Trump in Palm Beach, Florida 20 years ago, originally cost $100,000 and weighed 60 pounds. The gown has now been listed with a starting bid of $45,000. It's time for me to say goodbye, and as I leave you with these pictures of an 12 cargo aircraft which flew into a snowdrift after landing at Novi Orongoi Airport in the Yamalo-Nenets Autonomous Okrug of Russia. We say goodbye with the promise I'll be back tomorrow. Watch this.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university in the recently released Education World Rankings, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked standards in education.